my biscotti. And the reason why I love to make those is they're just festive and very holiday-like, and this is a holiday season. But I don't make them too often because they're a little bit of work, and you'll see. It's biscotti, means bis, twice, cotti, baked, twice baked. So I'm going to get you through the whole thing. And let's start. Okay, so of course the most important thing is nuts in the biscotti. Lots of nuts. In this one I put hazelnuts and almonds, roasted and salted, of course, and I like to put them in the oven a little bit beforehand to crisp them up and give that aroma in the house that is part of the holiday spirit, right? So let me show you, because it's important. You want to grind them, but you don't want to overly grind them. So come on over. So wait, let me put on my glasses. I can see. Okay, so 1 cup hazelnuts, 1 cup almonds. Some people don't like hazelnuts. You don't have to put hazelnuts, but you have to have 2 cups of good nuts. Walnuts don't work, they're too oily. So 2 cups of almonds, 2 cups, that's basically it. I don't know, I haven't tried it with anything else. Okay, in other words, you don't have to do a mixture of both. You can do 2 cups of almonds. So I'm gonna grind them, but I don't want them like a little mushy powder. So. Come over here and see. This is a little, it needs a little bit more, but not much more, right? And look, see, there still are some whole ones in there. You want that because when you crunch in those wonderful crispy biscotti, you want that beautiful nut to stay intact. Okay, next part is sugar, eggs, vanilla. Now, interestingly, the eggs, I am doing 1 whole egg and 3 egg whites. Boom. Just, just to lower the fat a little bit. So let me start with 1 cup of sugar. And this is going to make 3 big logs, you'll see, of biscotti. And logs, then you cut them, you'll see, into individual slices. So I'll tell you how many slices it makes. It's quite a bit. So a cup looks like a lot, but it's actually not too bad. Okay, let me just, 1 cup. 1 cup, and then 1 full egg. And then 3 egg whites. Nice and creamy, the egg, the sugar, the vanilla, and now I add flour. This is maybe my only recipe, probably my only recipe, where I use just plain all-purpose flour. Normally I push the nutritional goodness by adding, pastry flour or whole wheat, white flour, which has fiber. But here, there's no need. It would taste not the same. So we'll do without the fiber. As is, we have the fiber from the nuts. So it's okay. So 2 cups. Don't overpack. And it's not about the nutrition for these. I mean, they're plenty nutritious. I mean, the nuts are wonderful. And I use 1 egg yolk. But it's delicious and nutritious. And sometimes delicious has to win. And in this case, it did. Okay, so 2 cups. And then, oh my God, this is another thing I never ever use in my cookies or my cakes or anything, but here I do, is my baking soda. It's a half a teaspoon, so it's not much. However, interestingly, one time I said, I'm gonna push the envelope, who needs sodium? So I didn't put the baking soda. And this little cutie, half a teaspoon, when I don't put it in, it's not good. So here it goes. And I'm just going to mix it again. you to see how sticky it is. It's okay. I'm gonna put the nuts and it's still gonna be sticky, but it's still okay. So you see what I mean by how sticky it is? It's fine, it's fine. Now I'm gonna add the 2 cups of nuts. Let me just get this thing out so it doesn't, 2 cups of nuts. And it's still gonna be sticky, but no worries, no worries. We're done. And you will say, oh my goodness, how is she gonna make logs out of this? I will. In the recipe, I specify you can add up to 1/3 cup of flour. So be very careful. By 1/3 cup, you'll see how I do it. A little bit at a time to get my hands not to stick, but I don't want to go much over 1/3 cup for this whole thing, just to create that beautiful crispiness. Manageable. I'm going to measure 1/3 cup. I mean, if you need a little bit more, we'll see. Actually, you're going to see what I do. Ready? So first, I put a little bit on your surface, whatever surface you have, and I'm going to put a little bit in here. Just not mixing it, just so that my hands can handle it. Look at this beauty. Oh, look at this beauty. So look at this. So it's very sticky, but you see how I can still manage it. I'm gonna okay, so I should show you. Okay, I'll show you separately. See how very sticky it is? No worries. Put a little bit of flour on it, but a little bit, and again, no more than 1/3 of a cup. So to get every nook and cranny, you don't want to waste anything. I use a spatula and get that sticky stuff out of there. So in between, I actually went and washed my hands. I like to do that because it makes it easier to deal with. So this is very sticky. Put a little bit of flour. Remember, I still haven't used all of my 1/3 cup, but you see how much more manageable it is now? So here a little sticky, and here a little sticky, but much better. You get this nice little log, and you create like a, God forbid, a sausage. And you make it like this, and then about equal, and then you go pop, 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 a little bit more. Let me do it again. And I'm gonna bake it in there. Usually I make for my family, I make them wider because then I have bigger biscotti. But today I'm gonna make them little cuties because we're making them as a gift in a pretty little bag with a little bow because it's a holiday. And so I'm gonna make them smaller. With 5 little logs rather than 3. It doesn't really matter because it matters ultimately with how you will do the slices and how big you want them, but you just work with your dough. So I'm going to put it in a 325-degree oven. And then I'm going to take it out of there. I'm going to let it cool. Then I'm going to cut them up in little slices, and I'm going to re-bake them. Again, remember, biscotti. Bis is twice, cotti, baked. Twice baked. And then I will coat them with a dark chocolate. You see what I mean with, it's work. It's easy, but it's work, and it kind of makes a mess. But it's worth it. It's the holiday. So I took them out of the oven. I let them cool a little bit, and look, you have to do a close-up because this is the little trick to make the biscotti. You do it at an angle. That's how you get that beautiful shape. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, this one I messed up a little. Don't worry about it because I'm going to put chocolate here. But let me show you. I'll do a better one. Gentle, because it's already crispy and it's going to go in again. Look at this beauty. the idea, at an oblique, and you go through all of them, and I'm going to put them loosely in a baking sheet and put them back in the oven just to crisp them up a little bit more. Okay, so we're now finally putting the chocolate on, the little dippy of dark chocolate. I use 60%, you can use 70. And look what I do. Very little, because I do 3 parts and not the bottom, so it won't stick. I do this and a little bit on here, and that's all you need. Look how beautiful. If you want, you can then dip it in a little bit more nuts, but I'm just gonna leave it beautiful like that, simple. And that's it. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love to refrigerate it to make sure that the chocolate is completely dry. And then we're gonna put it in pretty little bags and give them as goodies.